Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you're new to the page, be sure to give us a like and a sub so you don't miss any of the content we have coming out. And today we're going to be diving into DCeased Dead Planet, issue number 3. Now if you guys haven't been keeping up with DCeased Dead Planet, I'll leave a link in the description as well as the top of this video so you guys can check that out. And I'll also leave a link so you guys can check out everything DCeased related currently coming out of DC Comics. And this issue is going to be jumping us into right where we left off with issue number 2. So without further ado, let's dive into this issue. So getting into this issue, we're in Australia, and Swamp Thing's created a sort of sphere before everybody was eaten by a plastic man. And as Zatanna starts to wake up, Bobo tells us that Blue Devil had died saving her, and Ragman had fell as well. And that they were waiting for her to wake up so that way they would be able to make their escape. And she uses the hellfire around Plastic Man to essentially melt the plastic to a point that it's non-existent, it's dead. And just when they think they're out of the danger, a bunker nearby just opens fire on all of them, and you see Swamp Thing just taking these rounds. And we see the person standing on top of the bunker is no other than Penguin. Now back in Gotham Garden, we see Damian Wayne and Jim Gordon being able to reunite and just have a really nice and cherishable moment, and having a little bit of banter about Bruce Wayne and things of that nature. This is when Dr. Fate comes over and lets him know that John, Superman, his healing was successful, so he's been able to make a recovery. And that's when we cut over to him and Crypto super excited that he's awake, and Mary sleeping by his side. And they as well have a really genuine moment right here that's, you know, I wouldn't say necessarily of a romantic nature, but definitely a unique connection here. So headed back over with Constantine, they're getting a walkthrough of this facility, and the whole time Swamp Thing's still hearing the Green cry out. Like, this whole place is screaming at him. And this is when Jason Blood makes his appearance to talk to John Constantine, and he talks to him about how Trigon is going to try to make his appearance. He's going to try to come and wipe everything away because Hell is extremely annoyed right now because the anti-life equation holds the souls in, so they're not able to go down to Hell. And so everything's blocked up right now, and Trigon means to come and cleanse everything. And before they can even finish their conversation, they hear gunfire going off, and they run into the room, and they see Swamp Thing just wrecking havoc on everybody. And come to find out, they had Florenic Man like tied up, imprisoned, and torturing him, forcing him to make the Green produce. So he was essentially creating a Garden of Eden for them that always had producing food for them. And obviously this is something that's not okay with Swamp Thing. And Swamp Thing literally just pops one of their heads off. And that's when everything breaks loose. And this is where we see something we didn't expect them to have. And that's a Mazo, the android with literally all the powers of the Justice League in a one literal package. And while they seemingly may be able to hold off one, they have a whole lot more of them. And this is where they have to make their escape. And they dive through a portal. And then we see Penguin in front of what seems to be an army of Amazos. And you can only imagine what they're going to do with this. They're probably going to try to wipe out everybody, not knowing that there's a cure. And this is where we head back over to Gotham Garden. And everybody's having a conversation with Cyborg about the cure for the anti-life equation. And they're all discussing how they can possibly be able to find the cure. If there's an anti-life equation, there's a life equation. They just have to crack it. And this is where Constantine gets a good idea. And so he enrolls the help of some others. And then we find him teleported to a random location, a little cabin in the middle of nowhere. And with the help of Bobo the Chimp, the world's greatest detective, some may say, they found the man they were looking for. They were looking for Miracle Man. And we see a rough, beaten up Miracle Man. You know, this is a Miracle Man that's lost the woman he loves. And John really tries to convince him, like, we need to be able to save the world. Like, I need your help. And Miracle Man thinks this is it's a hoax. Like, what con are you pulling on me? And he wants Miracle Man to know that he's not pulling any cons. So he literally brought the lasso of truth with him. And he lets him know that there's a cure. Like, they can save his wife. And so they let him know that they need the mother box. And John Constantine has a plan to steal a throne from a god. And that will be the end of this issue. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. What throne do you guys think he's going to steal? How do you guys feel about the appearance of Miracle Man here? You know, I think this is really awesome and really unique, and we're going to see a lot of stuff build up here. We have a lot of story that's building up. I'm really excited to see what they do with all the Amazos. Like, that's going to be just insanity. But I think we're going to see, like, something absolutely just fantastic with that. And I cannot wait to see it. So yeah, if you guys haven't yet, please like and subscribe to the page. And until the next video.